In the beginning of this video, we see two cars pulling over on the side of the freeway. One of the cars belongs to the cameraman, while the other belongs to his friend, who was asked by the state troopers to pull over for speeding. Noticing that the cameraman is with the guy who was pulled over, the officer asks him to pull over in front of him as well. However, since the cameraman realized this was just retaliation, he decided to just pull over behind the cop car. At this moment, the cop decides to cite both of the drivers for going over the speed limit, even though the person filming had cruise control on.
Okay.
So,
driver's license and registration, please.
You're lying. But you're pulling him over, right?
You and him both.
You just told me you were pulling him over, so.
Yeah, well, he was going 87, you were going 85.
No, I got my cruise on.
I tell you to.
I got my cruise on.
Give me your driver's license and your registration and insurance.
Well, you got to give me a minute for the registration, but here's my license. And you realize that, how can you see my speed when he's right in front of me?
You're following him. So, Here's what I did. I hit my front radar on him. He was going 87. As soon as he passed, it went to 85 on you. I'd never stopped the radar. That's the way it is.
Do you have a printout of that?
At this point, the cop starts trying to make up excuses for pulling him over. He even suggests that the driver could have had a gun and tries to reprimand him for not following instructions and pulling over behind him. The cop also cites a bunch of laws that literally don't exist, and the driver calls him out on that.
Now, when I make a traffic stop, if you don't do as I say by pulling to the front of him, by being behind me, I'm trying to make sure I have...
lawful order?
Yeah, it is, because it's officer safety. You're obstructing my traffic stop.
Officer safety is not a law.
So, I want you to pull the front of him so that you're not behind me.
Quote me the code for that. So that I can
make sure that I...
Can you quote me the law for that? The code?
I'm not going to pull you the law for that.
Then there is no law for that.
It is a lawful order.
There's got to be a code for it. There has to be a code for it. For officer safety, there is no code.
I don't care.
Just like there's no code for public safety.
Why is it that you won't do what I tell you to?
I'm with him, okay? It's not safe for me to just pull up ahead when
I don't exactly go to the front of people's
already
vehicles,
pulled
because
over.
If you had a gun or something like that, you could always...
What are you so scared of?
What do you mean, what am I scared of? That's the way we maintain our officer safety.
You think everybody's out to get you?
That is the way we maintain our officer safety.
Why do you guys always think...
I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're coming from.
Your officer safety issue is ridiculous. You realize that? You guys have like one of the least dangerous jobs.
You just won't cooperate.
I don't have to cooperate because you didn't pull me over. You pulled him over.
Where's your registration and insurance?
There's the insurance.
Stand by.
What the fuck? You kidding me?
Ultimately, the state trooper refuses to provide his service ID or information about his supervisor. He simply gives the driver a ticket and says, "It's all on it." We have a feeling the cop wanted to be done with this man as soon as humanly possible.
Okay, what's your badge number and your name?
I'll give that all to you on a card.
No, you can verbalize it.
I'm going to give it to you.
It's the law. You're supposed to verbalize it.
I'm going to give it.
Can you verbally identify yourself?
All I have to do is provide it to you. That's all I have to do.
Verbally.
I'm going to explain your citation
Someone that has vision problems.
Your violation.
Is the reason why. Anybody that has vision problems is the reason why you're supposed to verbally identify.
Do you have vision problems?
It doesn't matter if I do or not.
Okay.
It's for anybody.
Well, I don't know about that.
You know that.
Anyway,
yes,
I'm going to give you this. Your violation's there. That's your total.
What's the violation?
Justice Court. Your violation is for speed.
Oh,
you're going 85 and a 70. I'm going to give you a violation citation for 80 and a 70.
What's your name and badge number?
Right down here.
What's your name and badge number? Are you going to fail to identify?
I'm not going to fail to identify.
So identify.
I'm providing you the information.
Identify, please. Verbally.
Now the Wells Justice Court. The phone number's right there. And
verbally identify, please.
I gave it till this day.
Otherwise, you're not a cop. If you don't verbally identify, you're not a cop.
I give your options and your instructions on how to pay out a contest, whichever you choose. My information is down here.
Who's your supervising officer?
Huh?
Who's your supervisor?
My information is down here. I'm providing that information to you.
Who's your supervisor?
Have a safe day.
Cops are usually the most powerful people on the roads. But in those rare times where they pull over people with some actual authority, it's truly a sight to see. That's what happened when this Florida state trooper pulled over Aramis Ayala, the first black woman to become the Florida state attorney in Orlando.
You're good. What agency are you with?
I'm the state attorney.
Same thing. All right. Thank you. Your tag didn't come back. Never seen that before. I'm sorry? Yeah. We're good now.
So it was...
We ran the tag. I've never seen it before. A Florida tag. It's never come back to anything before. So that's the reason for the stop.
What was the tag run for?
I'm sorry?
What was the tag run for?
Oh, we run tags all the time, whether it's at traffic lights and that sort of stuff. That's how we figure out if, cars are stolen and that sort of thing. Also, the windows are really dark. I don't have a tint measurer, but that's another reason for the stop.
People of color get pulled over all the time by cops and get accused of driving a stolen vehicle.
Do you guys have cards on here?
Yeah, 1 second. Actually, this isn't my car, but I can write my name down if you'd like.
Yeah, you put my name on there.
There you are. Have a good day.
This video starts with a man standing on a road that leads to Iowa State Prison. The cops claim that the road is private property, even though the road is publicly accessible.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
We're not gonna be concerned about you standing out here and filming. If you go and approach that prison again, we get a call about it. We're gonna come up here and arrest you.
Oh, so you're threatening me with arrest for being on a publicly accessible road that leads up?
You've been told by an employee from the prison to stay off the prison grounds.
Oh, so I'm not allowed to go up and get information?
No.
No? Okay. So you're denying me access to information from the prison?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And who are you?
Captain Carl with the Fort Massachusetts Police Department.
Okay. So obviously everybody needs educated around here.
You have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. You guys are dismissed. Y'all been dismissed for probably 15 minutes now.
All right. Have a good day.
Yep, you too. I'll be up there next. So we rode our bikes back this way because there's no signs right here saying that it's, private property or not publicly accessible. Subscirbe. And so we rode back over in here, and Dum Dum decides to tell me that we're on private property. I understand it's penitentiary property, but this is a public accessible road to their visitors parking lot. So he escorted us back up here saying that this was a private road. And he said there was a sign up here, but the only sign is this canine dog on premises sign warning. That's it. Yeah, I know, and it's over. If this road, he says it's private, but there's no sign saying it's not. So I mean, and there's the parking lot's right there, right? That's where you go in to visit somebody, right? So this is open road, right?
I don't know where the
Right, and see, and then he's trying to tell me it's private, but I know it's not. You know it's not, because the public. How do I go and visit somebody if I want to visit somebody, right?
Well, the parking lot.
Right, so that's where I would go to the door though to find out, on information on how to visit somebody, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
the parking lot's not like that's their problem.
Right. See, and I say it on.
You're good as long as you're on like
the road. Right.
The roadway, like meaning this roadway.
Oh, see, no. See, that's where I'm gonna contest because there's no sign saying I can't go down this road. He said there's no access, no public access, only whatever personnel. And this is the point I'm trying to make. If they don't want the public, which is us, coming down this road, there needs to be a sign right in here, pardon my language, y'all, right here, saying that authorized personnel only.
Despite the cop trying his hardest to get the man to leave, he repeatedly lets the officer know that he is well within his rights to be on this road. At this point, the cops tell him it's fine to film and be in the area, but they ask for his ID anyways. This is when the guy basically just gives them a paper with ID written on it, knowing full well he's not legally required to identify himself.
You guys have your IDs on you.
Oh, no. Hold on a second here.
They're fine with you filming and everything.
Mhm.
They just want you to stay on the shoulder of the roadway.
There you go.
You got your name, date, birth.
Yeah, I got my name. Hold on.
How do you spell your first name?
YOURFIRSTNAME. Your first name. There you go.
Yeah.
No? You want my name? Do you want it? No?
So you stay on the shoulder of the roadway. Okay, you stay off the drive. Okay.
Okay, is there somebody else that's better informed than you guys coming? Because obviously nobody's informed. This is fully accessible, which I believe it is, because there's no signs that say, "Oh, no authorized personnel" or "only authorized personnel." That is a public parking lot for visitors if they want to go in, and that's the same place you go in if you want to get information on the prison, right? Okay, so I mean, I want to go up to the door and get my information and leave. That's what I want to do. That's why I'm here.
The prison has a right to not want you on the property. They can request to leave the property if they want to.
I can understand they can request. That's a request. There's a difference between a request and an actual order.
Okay. Well,
So
they requested us to ask you to leave.
okay, then again, you're asking me, so I'm going to deny, and I'm going to stay here and film.
Could be possibly placed under arrest.
For what? For trespass on public property? On a public easement? I don't think so. You know how big of a lawsuit you would get into for that? And your qualified immunity would be gone. Gone! I would take your department for everything it's got. Millions.
Okay.
I mean, do you know what the First Amendment is?
Sure.
Can you recite the First Amendment to me? Do you know your oath? Can you recite your oath to me?
Are you gonna move off the property?
I'm not on the property. I'm on public easement. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I can move over here on the edge. That's no problem. Yeah, I ain't gonna block the drive. But I mean, you guys are obviously blocking the drive. So, I mean, look, they're all blocking the drive. Me as a body can't block the drive because I'm not in the way. So this is public.
He later pulls out a paper showing exactly what rights the police would be violating if they don't let him film here. This man is armed with the deadliest weapon out there.
Knowledge.
Finally, the cops give up and tell him he can film, but they also threaten him with arrest once again if they get a call. Once again, the guy simply doesn't care.